Here now for more analysis, senior fellow at the Hoover Institution, our friend Victor Davis Hanson. You know, you talk about the self-induced problem at the border. It's never been this bad. At the end of 3 years, I believe the number will be somewhere probably north of 8 million illegal immigrants that he has facilitated into the country. And now we have a new policy of just flying them in directly from the countries they come from, so it doesn't look so bad. But isn't every problem we're now dealing with, isn't the issue of law and order a self-induced problem because they defund the police, dismantle it? The border, they abandon the policies that were working under Donald Trump, but blame Donald Trump. The high cost of energy, isn't that self-induced because of their climate alarmism? Inflation, big result of their energy and economic policies. Isn't it all self-induced, sir?
Yeah, it is. I mean, there is no such thing as a law. They don't believe. They think it's a construct. That's why they use the word theory. Critical race theory, critical legal theory, new monetary theory. It's all negotiable. It's what 51% want at any given day. And it's kind of Orwellian, Sean. We can't even use the border. It doesn't exist. That term doesn't exist. The Homeland Security Secretary is not a Homeland Security anything. He's an insecure secretary. He's deliberately violated his oath of office. There is no immigration law as we knew it. It doesn't exist. And you know, it's really dangerous. We blended the idea of a resident and a citizen. We kicked people out of the military who were citizens who wouldn't run the risk they thought of getting vaccinated. We're not asking anybody to be vaccinated or to wear a mask or anything as they pour across. You and I, if we fly in tomorrow on a plane in the United States, we're going to have a passport or some type of identification. We don't require non-citizens to even meet the minimum requirements that we require of Americans. So we're in uncharted territory. We've never seen 50 million Americans were not born in the United States. 15% of the population was not born in the United States. 27% of Californians were not born in the United States. This is a real challenge to the survival of the Republic. And gosh, whenever you talk about something, they just deny it. And we're in kind of a la-la land, Alice in Wonderland. And the citizens are absolutely baffled. They can't believe what they're watching on their television screens. They say, this isn't reality. This isn't America. What happened?
Victor Davis Hanson, thank you, sir. Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.